Da, 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 da. Hey everybody, it's Rebecca. Checking something real quick. And it's live. Okay. Still don't have a chat room. I don't know where my chat room is. There it is. Hey, Ridgequake, how are you doing? Oh my goodness, that took forever for my thing to pop up. Maybe I should put my microphone over here by me, huh? That might be a good idea, huh? Yeah, it might be a good idea. Y'all can hear me good? Give me a 5. If you can't hear me good, well, that's, turn your volume up. Huh? Oh, I didn't say that right. Let me see. My volume's all the way up. My sound's good on my end. So anyways, thought I'd do a live stream today. It is 11/25/2025. I don't know what date it is in the world that you're watching from, but it's 11:38 a.m. here. And of course, my chat room is going to be lagging behind because, sorry, my stream lags. And I don't know how to fix that. I actually have the best streaming software and the best internet that I can get, and it still stays behind. Glad to hear that you're doing all right. Hi, Auntie A. How are you doing? Hope everything is well. This being Thanksgiving week and all, I would expect everybody's got their turkey, their plans, their visitations that they're getting ready to do or don't do with family and friends. And if you don't celebrate, that's all right too. This week I will probably do a live stream on Thanksgiving, depending on how things go. I don't have any family coming in from out of town that I know of. My daughter is out all the way over in Charlotte. She's probably got plenty of people to hang out with. I got a daughter in Kentucky, and I know she's doing her first year away from home. My son done moved to Durham, North Carolina, and with his girlfriend, fiance, I don't know what they are, but he moved out almost a year ago. And let me see here. I have my other son has flown wings and he's moved to Georgia. So the only one I still have at home is the youngest and my granddaughter. Well, the middleest and my granddaughter. So what are my plans for Thanksgiving? Well, I got a very small turkey, so I might make it. I don't know, but I might make it. My idea of Thanksgiving is celebrating the things that you are thankful for. Mine is not based on the traditional Thanksgiving because if anybody knows the real history of Thanksgiving, it's not a very happy story. So my idea for doing Thanksgiving is to be showing gratitude to your maker or whoever you decide you should be thankful to, and celebrating, saying some good thoughts for other people, talking about the good things that are happening in your lives, and giving appreciation. I mean, life can be rough. Trust me, I know all about rough. But life can be good too. It's just whichever way you decide to see it. And, you might have a bad day yesterday and wake up today. It's a whole brand new day. Yesterday is over with, so you can't move back to yesterday. You just have to move forward. So anyways, what did I do yesterday? Well, let me see. Sorry, I didn't do a live stream yesterday. I spent my day at a orthopedic doctor. I had x-rays done, and he is actually a surgeon. And instead of keeping me on all of these meds now, they're talking about doing some kind of shots. So I have stenosis. You can look that up and see what that is for yourselves. I'm not going to go into the whole thing about it, but I have stenosis, and it gets to be very painful when I'm walking sometimes. And they're going to try shots with me. And if that doesn't work, if all else fails, I'm going to have surgery. I think he called it a laminectomy or something like that. But I don't know what the entire thing is. But that's how I spent my yesterday. And so I didn't do any live streams yesterday. I came home and I slept for 3 hours before I got back up. Because, I don't like being I'm not a morning person. I don't like getting up early. I want to sleep early. So how is everybody? I noticed the numbers with YouTube are ranging between 1 and 7. That is normal with my YouTube channel. Auntie A, how's the weather where you are? You don't do Thanksgiving in the UK? Well, actually, I thought that all countries had Thanksgivings of their own. I know Canada has Thanksgiving. They had Thanksgiving in October, sorry. I want to get that wrong. They had Thanksgiving in October. And then we have Thanksgiving in November. And of course, next month is Christmas. Oh, yes, you guys, I put up my tree. I always put it up. It's usually a week before Thanksgiving. I put my tree up. That's so that I can have extra time to enjoy it. So I put my tree up already. And I actually decorated my balcony this year so that I can be part of the Street of Lights, because there's only 2 apartments that actually face the Street of Lights. So the rest of the neighborhood gets lit up. So I figured, hey, why not? So I actually decorated. Didn't do much decorating, but I decorated. I put up lights, and I strung some garland, and hung up some little things from it. Been good and bad days? Snow, sun, and wind. Yeah, we've had some wind here too. We've had wind and just cloudy looking skies. It looks like it's supposed to rain, but then it doesn't rain. So, no rain. But we've had some weird weather. It's been really cold at night. It's been really cold at night, and the days are actually getting warm. So we'll see how this winter does, because I would love it if we get into December and we actually get some snow this year. My friends are trying to bless me with snow, so we'll see. I want snow. I would love to have my granddaughter make a snowman. I think that would be awesome. I know Kentucky has already had snow. With that last cold snap we had, Kentucky had snow. Okay, so update for my car. My car is still alive. I'm still checking the water, and we've determined that the leak may actually be the canister, which may have a pinhole in it, so it leaks down a little ways and then it stops leaking. So to replace that is $348, so I told the guy we'll wait on it. As long as it keeps water in that canister, then I'm not going to be stressing about it. But I got to save up for that catalytic converter, because that is the most important thing that has to be done on the car right now. So, going to save for that. So that'll take me about 5 months, and then I'll be able to get that done. So let's see here. Let's see. We can tell we got some storms going across here. Looks like Richard may be getting some snow right now. Maybe. Have no idea. Rich Quake was here. I don't know where he went. Hey, Rich Quake, you still in the chat? Just gonna see if he can give me a weather update. Weather update. Not yet? You want to give me a weather update and I can show it? Cool. Okay. Call me through our normal way and then I will pop you up on the screen. And you can show through the camera. You guys are just waiting on Rich Quake. You haven't got any right now? He says he hasn't got any right now, you guys. Hang on a second, Rich Quake. Ah, he's in the middle of something else, you guys. So, usually Richard does our Nova Scotia weather. Looks as though he's a little bit busy right now, so hopefully some other time I can get him to do that. So I was out this morning and I went to the store. Had to go get a stamp. And noted somebody had left some fireworks in the parking lot at the store. So, oh yes, you guys, Rich Quake has videos that he's been putting up on his channel. Make sure you guys check those out. So I was out at the store and I noticed somebody had left Roman candles in the parking lot. So I let their security know for some little kid come along and blow themselves to pieces. Crazy people around this world, you know. Let's see here. If y'all check out Rich Quake, that's his channel there. He's been putting up videos on his channel, and he hasn't done a live stream lately. I'm still waiting for the next live stream. But we'll see when that happens. Okay, so let me give y'all a rundown on these earthquakes here. Something surprised me about yesterday. So I was looking at earthquakes yesterday and noted that in between the time there hadn't been any 5s in almost 19 hours. So that ended with the 5.4 in the central mid-Atlantic ridge. And then 12 hours ago, now, a 5.0 was off the east of Kamchatka, a 5.4 Kyushu, Japan, and a 5.4 in Mindanao, Philippines. That one was 6 hours ago too. Noting that the 5s are slowing down, I would say that we are actually looking for another big earthquake. Where, I am not sure, but I am going to say that we are more than definitely looking for another big earthquake to be occurring. And something to keep an eye out for. I just noticed the time in between the larger earthquakes had slowed down. 19 hours is a long time to go between one 5 and another 5. So we're seeing a few, but not many more. And the last one was 6 hours ago. Also, I believe California, and let's look, because when I was looking yesterday, I believe it was California had a 4.1. So I'm going to take a look real quick at California's activity. Oh, I didn't even put up the thing. Okay. So yes, there was a 4.1 Gulf of California yesterday. I'm looking at the 25th, which is today. Today in California, there's been a 2.5 Central California, a 2.5 Central California, a 2.2 Northern California, a 2.5 Central California, and a 2.4 Southern California. On the 24th, there was a 3.2 and a 3.3, a 3.7 Northern California. So that was probably the 4 that was probably downgraded. I'll show this to you guys real quick. Here we go. So I'm showing you these. This is yesterday, the 2.9, the 2.1, the 2.4. There's the 3.2, 2.6. Don't count the Gulf of California. The Gulf of California does cause earthquakes to California. There was a 2.1, a 2.2, a 3.7 Northern California right here, which I'm going to say was probably the downgrade. There's a 2.9, a 2.2, a 2.2, and a 2.5. And then these were the earthquakes. This 4.1's Gulf of California occurred yesterday. That will push up towards California again, probably towards San Francisco, Los Angeles area. So that's what I have for you for that. Let's look at latest earthquakes in the world. You can see that Western Turkey is still going earthquake-wise. Unimak, Alaska had a 4.5 today. In fact, I can pull up the 4s. So we're looking at just today, these are all the 4s. So we start here with a 4.4 in Jujuy, Argentina, or Jujuy. I think it's Jujuy, Argentina, because I think the J is an H. 4.4 off the coast of Costa Rica, a 4.8 Vanuatu, 5.0 Kamchatka, 4.9 Kamchatka, 4.3 Peru, Brazil border region, a 4.3 Madhya Pradesh region, India, a 4.1 San Luis Potosi, Mexico, 4.4 near the coast of central Peru, a 4.4 southern Sumatra, Indonesia, a 4.7 off the east coast of Honshu, Japan, and the list goes on and on. We had a 4.0 Molucca Sea, a 5.4 Kyushu, Japan, a 4.9 southern Peru, 5.4 Mindanao, Philippines, 4.0 Guatemala, 4.2 Molucca Sea, a 4.3 Kyushu, Japan, 4.3 off the coast of Chiapas, Mexico, a 4.8 southeast of Loyalty Islands, 4.5 Unimak Island region, Alaska, and a 4.9 southeast of Loyalty Islands. So those are the earthquakes that have occurred today. Let's see here. I do know that there has been volcano eruptions. Let me fix this real quick. Why this thing even popped out, I don't know. So let's go look for volcanoes, volcanism. So let's see here. Scientific American is talking about a volcano which has been dormant for 12,000 years. The Haile Gooby volcano, long thought to be dormant, sent ash 9 miles into the sky in an eruption on Sunday. A long, quiet volcano in Ethiopia spewed ash 9 miles into the sky on Sunday, marking the first known major eruption from this volcano for more than 12,000 years. Understudied and situated in Ethiopia's arid... Hang on one second. Understudied and situated in Ethiopia's arid rural northeast, Volcano Haile Gooby towering ash column may be a clue to other undetected eruptions in that period, says Juliet Biggs, an earth scientist at the University of Bristol in England. I would be really surprised if more than 12,000 years ago really is the last eruption date. While there have been no confirmed eruptions in that time span, satellite images hint that the volcano may have recently burped out lava. Either way, this eruption is highly unusual. Hailey-Gubbi is a shield volcano, like Hawaii's Mauna Loa. These volcanoes are known for oozing lava flows, not expelling giant columns of ash. To see a big eruption column like a big umbrella cloud is really rare in this area. Hailey-Gubbi sits in the East African Rift Zone. So let me show y'all something. Let's pull up Google Earth here real quick, and I can give y'all a view of this volcano. So let me get this name in here. And I might have to actually look for the link. Hailey-Gubbi, Ethiopia. There we go. So this is the volcano here. And let me do this. So I can show you a little bit of this volcano. This is the volcano here. Okay, so it sits in the East African Rift Zone, a region where African and Arabian plates are pulling apart at a rate of 0.4 to 0.6 inches a year, says Ariana Saldati, a volcanologist at North Carolina State University. If the two plates keep moving apart, then eventually the Arabian Sea and the Rift Valley will become a new ocean. As the Earth's crust pulls apart, it stretches and thins, and hot rocks rise up from the mantle, melting into magma towards the surface. So long as there is still the condition for magma to form, a volcano can still have an eruption, even if it hasn't had one in 1,000 years or 10,000 years, Saldati said. Researchers had some idea an eruption on Hailey-Gubbi was possible, Biggs says. In July, another active volcano nearby called Erta Ale erupted in a shower of ash. At the same time, satellite data revealed ground movement showing that an intrusion of magma from Erta Ale had pushed more than 18 miles below the surface under Hailey-Gubbi and beyond. Biggs and her collaborators had also recorded white puffy smoke clouds at its summit, and the ground at the volcano had risen a few centimeters, which is deformation. Sunday's eruption, which poses little danger to people given its remote location, has kicked off a scientific scramble. Derek Kier, an earth scientist at the University of Southampton in England, happened to be in Ethiopia when the volcano blew. On Monday, he collected samples of the new ash. These will help reveal what kind of magma caused the eruption, Biggs says. Lava flows from the volcano could also reveal if Hailey-Gubbi truly was quiet for 12,000 years. It really just shows how understudied this region is. So, that is an interesting article. And then we also had lava spew from Hawaii's Kilauea volcano again yesterday, and the color is orange. So, one of the world's most active volcanoes has erupted again in Hawaii. Can't show this video, sorry. And then on top of that, 7 hours ago, Italy is saying the Camp Flegrei supervolcano is stirring. So that is something else to be looking at. Pozzolo, Italy, a Greek and Roman mythology, the Camp Flegrei volcano is depicted as the opening to the underworld. Its prehistoric eruptions block out the sun. So let's show y'all Camp Flegrei volcano. Since we're going to talk about this one. This is one that we all need to be keeping an eye on. So this is Camp Flegrei volcano here. Okay, so got it on the view. Its prehistoric eruptions blocked out the sun, turned summer into winter, and covered Europe and Russia in thick volcanic ash. Now this powerful seismic giant near Naples is stirring again, shaking the ground in a way that scientists say hasn't happened for centuries. Two of the most recent earthquakes are the strongest they've ever seen, said Giovanni Mercedano, the director of the National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology in Naples. Earthquakes in March and June this year caused by Campi Flegrei forced people to evacuate, and there are tens of families that can't return to their homes because of the damage. For everyone to survive an eruption, over 500,000 people would have to be evacuated from an area that Italian authorities have marked the red zone around Campi Flegrei's 8-mile wide crater. Here, Macedonio says there's really no countermeasures to protect yourself from the pyroclastic flows of volcanic particles and ash, superheated to some 1,472 degrees Fahrenheit. That would cover terrain at a speed of 30 to 60 miles per hour. So I have a picture of the red zone. And this is a picture of the red zone here. So this is the red zone here in the blocked area. So this is the area that if you're living within, you might not want to be in. So this is red zone. All of this that's red is red zone. Campi Flegrei's supervolcano. This is the approximate size of Campi Flegrei. And this is Pozzullo over here, right there. Then you have your yellow zone here, and then you have Mount Vesuvius is right here. And I believe this is probably Naples right there. Okay, so got that. All right. The Campi Flegrei volcano is considered a national threat for the explosive style of its eruptions, which scientists believe could create an eruptive column, a kind of cloud of dust and ash that could rise some 18 miles into the sky and spread on the wind. When the column of dust and ash eventually falls, its weight can even collapse roofs of homes. At an observatory Macedonia oversees in Naples, a large red phone connects directly to its civil protection headquarters in Rome. This line is tested twice a day. Vesuvius, the best known volcano in this area, and let's see if we can get to Vesuvius here. So let's go Vesuvius. And I think I need to back up again because Vesuvius is over here somewhere. Okay, so I'm looking for it. That's Naples right here. There's Vesuvius right here. So this is Vesuvius, the best known volcano in this area, whose pyroclastic flow froze in time the ancient Roman city of Pompeii, rises to the east of Naples. Hans Christian Andersen, after witnessing an eruption in 1834, described the lava as colossal fallen stars. But the truth is that it's much less visible. Campi Flegrei, or Phlegrean fields, from the Greek phlegros, for fiery, underground, that has the potential to be devastating. This is because today hundreds of thousands of people live right on top of the volcano in an 8-mile wide crater left by past eruptions. In the ancient city of Pozzullo, and let's see if we can find Pozzullo. That's Naples. Pozzullo, right here. So that's Pozzullo over here. In the ancient city of Pozzulli, which sits in the caldera, tourists follow a guide through winding, narrow alleyways. From the hilltop, they look out over the curving bay, the sea sparkling in the sunshine under an intense blue sky, and the island of Capri, playground of the rich in the distance. But this immense beauty belies the peril here. During the biggest volcanic eruption some 39,000 years ago, the Campi Flegrei shot out 72 cubic miles of molten rock, according to Macedonio of the National Institute of Geophysics and Volcanology. Global temperatures plummeted, and the entirety of what we know now is Europe as well as parts of Russia, were covered in volcanic ash. Some scientists have suggested the eruption could have contributed to the final disappearance of the Neanderthals. Experts say an eruption today would not occur on that scale. However, it could still be large enough to wreak havoc on millions of lives and halt air travel across Europe, perhaps even further around the globe. So Macedonio and his team monitor its every grumble and tremor. At the observatory in Naples, screens on every wall show the seismic activity of all volcanoes in the region. On the day, NPR... Wait a minute. Okay. NPR visited in September, and there was a loud alarm sounded across the room, signaling that an earthquake had been detected. The scientists moved fast to assess the location and power of the tremor and send the information to the Italian public safety authorities. It was in Campi Flegrei, and this is not unusual. Last year, the scientists logged some 2,500 earthquakes caused by this volcano in a single month. And now the tremors are intensifying in magnitude. June saw an unprecedented 4.6 magnitude earthquake, enough to crack walls and send people fleeing from their homes. So, also, Campi Flegrei is experiencing more earthquakes per year overall. So, let's say last year they had 5,541. Nope, late. Last year they had 4,717. This year they have had 5,541 earthquakes so far. Those earthquakes are coupled with the Bradyssean, a phenomenon in which the ground swells, slowly rising beneath people's feet. At the old port in Pozzullo, boats now stand nestled in long grass, marooned on new land that has risen out of the sea. Ancient Roman columns have fossils of mollusks halfway up, showing that they were once underwater. So they see this giant volcano as if it were breathing. The ground rising and lowering over decades with every breath. Before the last major eruption, some 15,000 years ago, scientists say the ground rose about 85 feet. Now it's steadily rising again, up by 4.6 feet since 2005, and the rate at which it's swelling is getting faster. One thing that you learn very soon is that we do not have control. Nature has the control, said Werner Marzocchi, a professor of geophysics and natural risk at the University of Naples. Federico, too. These kinds of volcanic systems are used to having phases of unrest like this one that we are observing. The biggest scientific challenge is to understand what's driving this unrest. So, that's what I have for you regarding Flegrei volcano, Campi Flegrei. And this is Campi Flegrei here. I wonder if there's any views in this area. There are. So cool. Let's go over here. So this is Campi Flegrei. Kind of reminds me of Yellowstone, but it's not as big. Well, it doesn't look as big, but it's big. So this is Campi Flegrei. And I'm guessing you're supposed to stay outside of this walkway here. I want to see. Can we see Vesuvius? Let's go to Vesuvius. Is there any views on Vesuvius? Looks like there's one right there. No, let's go there. Whoa, cool. Okay, you guys, that's Mount Vesuvius. Big hollow area. Whoa, looking out over the city here. There you go. That's a pretty view. Except that sky isn't blue. Okay, so that's what I got for you guys on Campi Flegrei, Kilauea, and our dormant volcano which erupted. Let me check the chat real quick. You know, everybody is welcome to chat. If you chat, that helps me to get my numbers up, you guys. And then YouTube does this thing. It shows me that there's 6, and then boom, 1. Woo! So anyways, that's what I got for you for that. Let me take this off. And we can just let the weather and Earthquake 3D play. Let the music play. They won't get away. Just keep the groove and then it come back to you again. Volcanoes are cool, guys, except for if you live in an area and one erupts, then they're not cool. But they're cool. They're cool if you're at a distance from them. So let me see here. What else I got for you guys? They're saying that another eruption is imminent at Hawaii's Kilauea volcano, and that's coming from USGS. Alrighty, okay. So I'm just going to let this play for a few minutes. I need to go grab myself a drink because I was talking a lot. So I'll be right back, you guys. Feel free to chat in the chat room. Okay, trying not to use up all my data. I sent you something on Messenger. Okay, let me look. Let me get over here. And okay. All right, you guys. All right, if you missed it, that was from Richard. And he's just showing the weather in his area. Look at that sun. No snow. Okay, guys, that was from Richquake. I see a car. Okay, what else do I got? Some new science today. Shenzhou 22 relieves stranded astronauts. So, um, China launched and docked an unscrewed spacecraft to relieve 3 astronauts who were temporarily stranded on the Tiangong space station. Cool. At least they got them off. Hang on, you guys, I'm looking at something. Huh? A winter storm warning issued as 25 inches of snow to strike. Thousands of people in the U.S. could see up to 25 inches of snowfall from Tuesday into Wednesday, and in some areas even continuing through to Saturday, coupled with strong winds as high as 55 miles per hour, according to the National Weather Service. High levels of snow and high wind could create blizzard-like conditions, reducing visibility and making driving conditions hazardous. Okay, so NWS has warned residents in Minnesota, particularly in Todd, Morrison, Kennebec, Wadena, Hubbard, Becker, and Ottertail counties, that a potent storm system will move across the area on Tuesday through the night, potentially bringing up to 7 inches of snow, with 1 inch per hour expected to fall at times and winds up to 40 miles per hour. Snow accumulations between 4 and 11 inches are expected across northeastern and north central Minnesota, including Carlton, St. Louis, Cook, Crow Wing, Aiken, Cass, and Itasca counties, including the tribal lands of Bois Forte Land Band, Deer Creek area. The Mille Lacs Band, Big Sandy Lake, and East Lake areas have been warned that a corridor of locally higher snowfall amounts is possible from Tuesday into Wednesday. Kandiyohi, Meeker, Renville, Chippewa, Lac-Cuparle, and Swift counties could get up to 3 inches of snow, but experience wind gusting between 40 and 50 miles per hour until Wednesday morning. Ashland and Iron counties in northwestern Wisconsin could get up to 2.5 inches of localized snowfall from Tuesday night through Wednesday and into Thursday. Bayfield and Douglas counties, including the tribal lands of Red Cliff Band and the Apostle Islands in the northwestern Wisconsin and northwest part of Vilas County, could expect up to 18 inches and wind up to 35 miles per hour overnight Tuesday into Wednesday evening. Parts of central upper and western upper Michigan could also see up to 25 inches of snow, with wind gusts reaching up to 50 miles per hour, especially along the shores of Lake Superior until Thursday morning. Northwest and most of central North Dakota, including the James River Valley, could get between 4 and 9 inches of snow and 45 mile per hour winds. Parts of the southwest and south central North Dakota could see up to 4 inches and 55 mile per hour winds until Tuesday night. Winds as high as 55 miles per hour are also expected to hit regions in southeastern Montana, particularly Carter and Fallon, along with 2 inches of snow until Tuesday morning. Between 1 and 3 inches of snowfall are expected in South Dakota, potentially affecting Campbell, Corson, Edmonds, McPherson, and Walworth counties, with winds as high as 45 miles per hour. Up to 7 inches and 45 mile per hour winds could impact Marshall and Roberts counties in northeastern South Dakota. The Cascades of southern and northern King County and the Cascades of Pierce and Lewis counties in Washington, which is Washington State, could get up to 10 inches of snow above 2,000 feet until early Wednesday morning. The upper slopes of the eastern Washington Cascades could also see up to 10 inches of snow, and lower slopes up to 7 inches, with isolated freezing rain also expected to affect these areas. areas in northeastern Ohio, including Ashtabula, Inland, Ashtabula, Lakeshore, Gwinnett, and Lake counties could see up to 8 inches and 45-mile-per-hour winds from Thursday until Friday evening. The NWS is warning drivers that visibilities may drop below 1/4 mile due to falling and blowing snow. Crawford, northern Erie, and southern Erie counties in northwestern Pennsylvania could see over 1 foot of snow with winds as high as 45 miles per hour from Wednesday night into Friday evening. Northern Erie and Genesee counties in New York might get up to 7 inches, with the highest snowfall likely to land south and east of the city of Buffalo in southwest Genesee County, and 50-mile-per-hour winds by Thursday afternoon, producing drifts and whiteout conditions. Southeastern St. Lawrence County could see between 4 and 10 inches until late Friday night, with visibility dropping to below 1/4 mile due to blowing snow, and Madison, northern Oneida, Onondaga, and southern Oneida counties could get between 3 and 8 inches with 40-mile-per-hour winds until Saturday morning. Hamilton County could see up to 10 inches of snow, with the greatest accumulation expected mainly north of Route 28 and west of Route 30. Areas...
Hello, Moto.
Hang on 1 second. Hello?
This is WellCare. Calling for Rebecca Temple. This call may be recorded for quality assurance. To opt out of the
Sorry, you guys, that was a phone call from my doctor's office. Okay, back to what is going on here. Areas in northern Michigan, specifically Antrim, Charlevoix, Crawford, Kalkaska, and Otsego counties should expect to see up to 10 inches of snow with winds as high as 45 miles per hour until Friday morning. The NWS has stated persons should consider delaying all travel. If travel is absolutely necessary, drive with extreme caution. Consider taking a winter storm kit along with you, including such items as tire chains, booster cables, flashlight, shovel, blankets, and extra clothing. Also take water, a first aid kit, and anything that would help you to survive in case you become stranded. And I would say add food in there. Non-perishable food. Okay. Residents and drivers in affected areas are advised to continuously monitor local forecasts in the lead up to Thanksgiving, as the weather could significantly disrupt travel plans. Okay, so let me check chat room real quick. Rich Quake, you still in the chat? Trying to make sure everybody's got all the information that they need. I may or may not be on again tomorrow, but I will definitely come on sometime on Thanksgiving Day. Hello, George Mitchell. I hope you're doing well. Just... Please share that weather update if you're in those areas, from Washington all the way across the United States. This is going to be a bad storm with up to 25 inches of snow expected. And yeah, there's also going to be ice. But I expect the biggest thing, besides with people that are already used to snow, is probably going to be the cold. So make sure that you're able to heat your homes and stay heated in case there is an emergency and the electric goes out. Because, you know, that always happens. All right, you guys. So I was going to do music, but I decided not to do music today. This has just been a live stream update for everybody regarding earthquakes, volcanoes, and weather. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video out to anybody that you may know that might want to learn the information, specifically regarding volcanoes in Africa, which have erupted for the first time in 12,000 years. Kilauea getting ready to erupt again, and also taking a look over at our Italian volcanoes. Anyways, you guys, hope y'all are doing well. George, you say you just got back from going and getting your script and that you forgot to get it on Monday. I can perfectly well understand that. I've basically done that too. My doctor's office just called me to let me know that my medicine is approved. I have to get a prior approval for stuff, which is so ridiculous sometimes, but I just got that taken care of, so thank God. Everything has a way of working itself out. Let me see here. So, I'm waiting, like, that's a 5.4. So I'm like waiting. I got like 4 different referrals from my doctor this month, and they've only gotten me to 1 so far. So I'm still waiting because I saw a surgeon yesterday, and then I got to see a separate one for this lesion bump thing that I have, so I can get it removed. Anyways, you guys, if you like my channel, please hit the like button. That helps me out with growing my channel. Talking in the chat helps me out with growing my channel. Sharing the video helps me out with growing my channel. If you would like to help my channel monetarily, we do have a PayPal. You can find that in the About section of my channel. Anyways, you guys, I'm going to let y'all go for today. I hope that y'all are doing well. Please share the video. Please tell someone that you love them. Tomorrow is never promised. Oh, and I may have forgotten to do one thing. Usually we check our Canadian earthquakes. So let me check NR Canada. We'll check NR Canada for the latest earthquakes, and then we'll check the East Coast for the East Coast earthquakes. So let's see here. Today there has been 1 earthquake so far, and it was 204 kilometers west of Tofino, British Columbia. It was a 2.7, so I'm going to assume that this is it here in the purple. Yep, there it is. And this is where it occurred at. This is Port Alice here. Port Alberni is here. This is Queen Charlotte Sound here. And then, of course, you got the Hecate Strait here. So this is where this earthquake has occurred. And now we're going to take a look at Oregon Live Earthquake Map. Good morning, Penny. What we got here? That was on the 23rd. That was a 2.9, 147 kilometers west-southwest of Pistol River, Oregon. Okay, so let's move away from the west coast here. Last time I did an update, there was no earthquakes on the east coast. So I am noting that there has been a 1.8 today, 3 kilometers southwest of Kingston, New Hampshire. That is not a normal earthquake area, but there has been an earthquake here. So when we're looking here, you see from here to here, stretch. I'm going to say that we're probably going to be looking for another earthquake around Virginia. but we've had one here in Georgia. This was on the 23rd, and it was 4 kilometers southwest of Lafayette, Georgia. And we had another one on the 23rd, which was 12 kilometers south of Tracy City, Tennessee. So when I had said the other day when I did my live stream that we needed to be watching over here on the East Coast, we should start seeing some more activity here on the East Coast. Anyways, you guys, that's what I got for you today. I hope y'all are doing well. Please like, subscribe, share the video. I hope y'all have a great day today and tomorrow as y'all get ready for Thanksgiving. I will probably do my live stream in the evening, Thanksgiving Day, unless I'm in I have other people that might be doing a live stream, unless Richard decides to do one that night. So if I don't do one, Richard will do one. I'm planning on doing something on Thanksgiving Day, so just keep your eye open. I will put it on a post. Anyways, you guys, I love you. Please tell someone else that you love them. Tomorrow is never promised. Make each day an adventure. Get outside, have fun, and enjoy spending time with other people away from cell phones, computers, and everything else. Let's get back to learning how to communicate. Anyways, you guys, I love you. Please take good care of yourselves and each other. Much love. Oh, and George Mitchell, thank you for being here. And Rich Quake, thank you for taking the time for being here and for doing a video. Auntie A, thank you for being here. Hope you are doing well. And happy Thanksgiving to you too. Rich Quake, thanks for all your great comments. I appreciate it. George Mitchell, you too. Anyways, you guys, I'm off. You know, I always have a hard time saying goodbye. Anyways, you guys, I love you.